And so it's like tonight is three introductions. I'm going to do a little bit of an introduction that relates to something that recently happened to me, then an introduction to the bioregion where Ross's operation is, then an introduction to Ross and his operation in itself. And one of the things that recently happened to me is, look at this picture right here. I don't know who did it, but somebody sent me this photograph. I had never seen this photograph before of New Forest Farm. And they had gotten it from Facebook and reposted it and reposted it. And so I put it on my page saying, wow, isn't it fascinating what people will do? You know, they'll take pictures of your stuff and post it on Facebook and you don't even know about it. Well, this particular photograph of New Forest Farm, I think it was something like 1,400 comments, and it was reposted like 3 zillion times. You know, it was just insane how it blew up, and the conversation that it stimulated, the nice comments that it stimulated, the arguments that it stimulated, and all that. And some of the, actually a lot of them, that, and I try to stay out of these too, because an argument on social media is like a tar baby. I mean, there are people, I swear, sit around, do nothing but argue on the internet. And so there are all kinds of arguments about this, but one person was saying, oh yeah, there's no evidence here that the water management is doing anything at all whatsoever, blah, blah, blah. Well, there is, and I'm not necessarily going to show it all to you right now, but I'd never looked at this photograph because I'd never seen it before. With that in mind, it's like, how has the water management shape, the pattern, how has that actually affected photosynthetic productivity on the ground? What I'm going to do in a couple of weeks, whenever I get around to it, I'm going to use this photograph a lot to describe the water management strategies that we used on this farm that worked within our context. That spot right there that's circled in blue, if you see the cursor, that little dot right there, it's a mini little pocket pond that's designed to be undersized. It fills up, and then the water goes out in two directions, goes out this way, and it sheets across here, and it goes out this way, and it goes around that way. And why did we choose that pattern? That pattern right there, that spot, it sets the pattern for the rest of the entire farm. All of the rows of trees, all the alleys where crops go are designed around that spot. Why? Why didn't we pick that secondary valley key point there? That's a more classic keyline designer's approach to starting a system. Why didn't we pick that spot? Or why didn't we pick that spot? Another classic keyliner's secondary valley key point. Or what just turned blue because I can't see behind the control panel? Oop, let's go back to here. Sorry about that, folks. Error. Okay, or why not this one? And I'll tell you briefly why not that one is because it's half on my property, half on the neighbor's property. So we can't really design a water management pattern and have ponds and stuff like that on somebody else's property. Or why not go over there? Well, for one, we're above these particular key points in elevation. And if we did anything with water management down below, we wouldn't be bringing water to any place that's useful for us. What's the point of having a pond down at the bottom of the hill if you need the water up at the top of the hill? Well, so then why didn't we start around that highest primary valley key point, which is like how Jeff Lawton strives to do it? Why didn't we use that one right there? That's the highest elevation primary valley key point on New Forest Farm. Or why didn't we use that one there? Well, one of the reasons why we didn't use this one here is the fact that this whole primary valley is fascinating. You can kind of see it in the mowing pattern here. There's like a key point, and then the valley rises the head wall, and then it goes flat again. There's another key point, and the valley wall, then a valley rises,